Saying in a Becca, an animal here or Ken Uforata, our Ghana for the Sun for penny, or call Ghana Marshal if you not or cooking a year, I fear missing 2023 a budget. And I say, Sika, the bubble or my own bra, Sika, the bubble or my own upon my air, I fear missing for from. Now, all can kind of order your mother be to journal, and a BPM say, what share a year of my Ghana Muhasia. Don't pay for the and I say, Nipple be blow or ye I bend my farm. Or I buy no more a shine, and as a car hold you are, or friend your Muduma holding now. Now, don't know a year, they can V8. I have 4x4 V8. We want to be a Land Cruiser Prado, Nizam Petro, be a Escalade, or maybe a lights are cast like a Sakasia, which is a Suye Barbier. Toyota Tundra, no Ford F-150 money at the Saka Siena engine V8 na the adeno. Any V6 this are land money at the engine they may V6 be a V8 if you cry the V12 na adeno. And all that to just say and who be here say oh so one can hang and I say the old Kumasi what a crowd now could eat to maybe. That's a Jumana will be fast one class and that's a Jumana would increment here and a while. And we also issue Saka. The man say be young fan say be a finance minister of Unifie and also of the office or ministries. Now or be a parliament no could do on you V8. On you Báns be a car obeys. Ebi midgidi say be obeys Hyundai Elantra and a Sonata and ebi a Cora and a Iris or Camry. Mom won't Mercedes Benz. See, the run near the other country as a carcaton of music and no fool and no more. Mosimo ya, finance minister put a person use of vets on Tanavit news and pa. The Omokan of Mudiso. I know whatever to just say, and near Ebia, Ebia was Ufrinka, no Quatamali, Ufrinka, Okumas, Ufrinka, Okofodia, Ufrinka, Oko, Ufrinka, Oko, Bogatanga, Taka, and Edia. For safety, I hope any no me adi. Any day, who home so use V8 cars. I can say no or la 4x4 the home so use. Na se increment one odi juma. Kumasi na ona kumasi mante no do juma. Who tamale home na odi juma dia. And salu kakas and keto na also use. Tinipa me say nipa bese bi di ko so use kakita number 1 kanu for them bese use vets. But the way you saw good so akora S. Nina said, the India weird Sanemo Nina said, Sena be a fool, who's a mom wishes I can find a mom fool, Sena be a fool on some mono, a Betsy or cost no so cacra. Make it our account of Riata to job, and I should be a few names. Also, for actually to a comment section as I make us a ha Coco TV, and I'm just on the outside. It's so no matter me Falcon Masters and any dedica shame. And that's what I have to continue to more than subscribe. My we are like a comment, share no be soon, and I want to be.
Tatua so HSA aban etu anamo sene beye na eka hodo ayebono yebetimi ateso ama na kofam na anamo ba ko aban etu ene se enei yewo aban adwumafu bebre ye omo ye government appointees abiribia no ye ma ombu fuel kwa ombu fuel free de efa free coupon no na ya tete e de amomo enti odu eye goy free station bia no a na akopa kaneka na de coupon na amomo na ye buagum otimi kase mubu ni ma eka mabono mukanteme no wayi hu coupon na o de ahyem sa na wokosa enti obi ani kwankra so wode ka ekono na wode ko sa di fuwe no wonto enu nyina no aban etese ne be ya ebenya sika bebre no a edi agu oman no yemfutum ni senti wo mo etese kra efiti ye January a yebesim wo se ohwa na aban krat mpenefo afei ye wo mo mdeda aban enwuma ahodo ano wo nyina no wo fuel coupon no anampo fuel allocation allocations no ye beti so kra sara ena political appointees nso so omo de no sa ene eweko akoye ye chem 50% ne ye de fa area amom na fa no so no ye di egu oman no ye futum eno ati no ene what say we ye aban adwumayeni government appointee anampo oye government worker wontimi enfa VAT enko kwantenten VAT nkwa VAT ene Vinces no wontimi enfa enko kwantenten ewo ye oman mu agise cross country ofin kranum ekotamali ofin kran ekukuma ase dia fine obi efritama na obankran na woti VAT mu na esaso be se emienu miensa pipo no wadeba VAT no wadi no wadam na wadeba sa vitama bankran ha yawo sa obi fi eye seka na wakopoku ase na VAT na pipo wasning na no yatwam agise wo fin kran akotamali wo fin kran kokuma ase kwan ya wa eno nkwa na wetimi ede sa aka kase no ede akọ eno so rotietiemu esi.
All MDAs, MMDAs, and SOEs are directed to reduce fuel allocations to political appointees and heads of MDAs, MMDAs, and SOEs by 50%. This directive applies to all methods of fuel allocation, coupons, electronic cards, system fuel depots. Accordingly, 50% of the previous year's budget allocation for fuel shall be earmarked for official businesses pertaining to these institutions. A ban, Mr. Speaker, on the use of V8s or V6s or its equivalent except for cross-country travel. All government vehicles will be registered with GV green number plates from January 2023. Mr. Speaker, limited budgetary allocations will be granted for the purchase of vehicles. For the avoidance of doubt, purchase of new vehicles shall be restricted to locally assembled vehicles. Only essential foreign travel across governments, including SOEs, shall be allowed. No official foreign travel shall be allowed for board members. Accordingly, all government institutions should submit a travel plan for the year 2023 by mid-December of all expected travels to the Chief of Staff. As far as possible, meetings and workshops should be done within the official environment or government facilities. Government-sponsored external training and staff development activities at the Office of the President, ministries, and SOEs must be put on hold for the 2023 financial year. Reduction of expenditure on appointments, including salary freezes, together with suspension of certain allowances like housing, utilities, and clothing. A freeze on new tax waivers for foreign companies and review of tax exemptions for free zone mining, oil and gas companies.
Enwati ena owura kan ofuri ata eto aso eche se enei ena mu IMF a Ghana yekwa kope emwa ewo mu nchen isanse ensikasem enkoye ntino hye a wode ato de se 2023 no nya de aban ebefa ye enipa adwuma mu aban emfa obi adwuma entisia no we freezy ye nipa aban efo mu ewo adwuma mu a eno so no wode ye honsem atudwa.
A hiring freeze for civil and public servants. No new government agency shall be established in 2023. There shall be no hampers for 2022. There shall be no printing of diaries, notepads, calendars, and other promotional merchandise by MDAs, MMDAs, and SOEs for 2024. All non-critical projects must be suspended for 2023 financial year. Mr. Speaker, government cares deeply about our people and is very concerned about the current plight and the future of our country. The 2023 budget has been prepared with high expectations for the aspiration of Ghanaians and the brighter prospects of our economy to transition into other middle income within a decade.
One first what so and our chest levy ya wade eba no nanka 1.5% ni womate so edi akọ 1% na abra na 1.5% no na share wo ho ne se o send sika 100 Ghana ya edi kan ya wo be send no da kru bia no eno ya nti levy no also enti udi kan send 100 Ghana ya nti levy na o san so send 100 Ghana biewa eno wo be tew levy 1.5% no afi so ene okasa wo ho eche se wo mu ayi e de fi 1.5 e de aba 1% na sese no 1% na wo de aba no emfa wo eni sika bi a wo send wo send 1 cedi kura mpa wo mete wo send 2 cedi wo mete coins kura na wo send a wo mete sa 1% no eno so wo kire mu.
Mr. Speaker, this budget is therefore anchored on a 7-point agenda aimed at restoring macroeconomic stability and accelerating our economic transformation as articulate in the post-COVID-19 Program for Economic Growth, PCPEG. These comprise an agenda to 1. Aggressively mobilize domestic revenue, 2. Streamline and rationalize expenditures, 3. Boost local productive capacity, 4. Promote and diversify exports, 5. Protect the poor and vulnerable, 6. Expand digital and climate-responsive fiscal infrastructure, and 7. Implement structural and public sector reforms. To achieve these, there are 3 critical imperatives: successfully negotiating a strong IMF program, coordinating an equitable debt operations program, and attract green investment. This will enable us to generate substantial revenue, create needed fiscal space for the provision of essential public services, and facilitate the implementation of the PCPEG program to revitalize and transform the economy. Mr. Speaker, we will undertake the following actions, initiatives, and interventions under the 7-point agenda. 2. Aggressively mobilize domestic revenue will, among others, 1. Increase VAT rate by 2.5% to directly support our roads and digitalization agenda. Fast track the implementation of the Unified Property Rate Platform Program in 2023 and review the E-Levy Act, and more specifically, reduce the headline rate from 1.5% to 1% of the transaction value, as well as the removal of the daily threshold.
Yera kan ofurata esma kan o parliament no ne yegusu a yebubu no tot ede ema no na enu achi no ana wo che se VAT ye no ye eto a yetua e bibiara a yeto e wo man Ghana mu eso no sa VAT no so wo mu atum wo mu de 2.5% ana aba abeka wo kane na anka ejina 12.5% entiana wo de 2.5 ka no akwa gina 15% eno so no wo chechi mu esei.
Mr. Speaker, the demand for roads has become the cry of many communities in the country. Unfortunately, with the current economic difficulties and the absence of dedicated sources of funding for roads construction, it is difficult to meet all these demands. In that regard, we are proposing the implementation of the new revenue measure. The major one is an increase in the VAT rate 2.5 percentage points to help with roads and technology, which will be used, as I mentioned, to augment funding for our road infrastructure development and digitalization. This will be complemented by a major compliance program to ensure that we derive the maximum yields from existing revenue handles.